Hi, this is Dr. Michelle Warren, and today we're going to go through guest access in CourseSites, which is the free version of Blackboard. So there's a few things that you have to do, particularly three things. The first is to open up your links to guests and observers. The next thing is to go into course customization and open it up to guests and observers there. And then you go to packages and utilities and open it up there. So there's three things that you have to do. So the first is pretty straightforward. You go to each link in the class and open it up to guests and observers. The way you do that is by hovering over each link until the little down arrow appears over to the right. Click that little down arrow and select Permit Guests. It's a two-step process. And again, clicking the down arrow, Permit Observers. Okay, welcome to the class is now open to guests and observers. I do the same thing with instructor bio, permit guests, permit observers. And when you go back in and take a look at what you did, you can see now it says deny guests and deny observers. So you can turn that on and off anytime you want. Let's take a look at expectations, make sure that's open. Yeah, so expectations has deny guests, deny observers. That means right now it's open to guests and observers. And let's take a look at module 1, and that's open, okay? And let's take a look at discussions. Whoops. Now discussions and tools are handled by the packages and utilities feature, I believe. So we'll make those available down there. So now we know that our links are open to guests and observers. Now we have to open up the whole course to guests and observers. And again, we start with the customization feature. And right there under customization, under the control panel, it says guest and observer access. And I have it checked on, allow guests and allow observers. It defaults to no. So be sure you say yes to guests and observers and click submit. Now finally, we go to packages and utilities. And it's not really user-friendly, but we want to say publish open resource. What that means, open resource, as you recall, means that it's available to the public, open resource. So we're going to publish that class, our class, to be open to the public. We can double check our description of the course. And let's see here. Make resource available, and we say yes. And this is really critical. This is the last step in making our course accessible to guests and observers, okay? So make this resource available as an open resource to the public. And here is a really important link. This is the link to your class right there. I'm going to copy it and hang on to that. And notice now that it's licensed, it's open to the public, licensed by Creative Commons. It automatically creates a license for your class, which is wonderful. I'm going to say submit. I have copied the link to my class, and now I'm ready to mail it out to guests. This is the link to my class to make it you send it out to your guests. I'm going to copy that link and go into a new tab. Here we go. And now I can say browse as a guest. And here I am inside that class as a guest. Okay, in summary then, the steps for guest and observer access are, number 1, you go to each link in your course and you want to be sure and click the little down arrow next to the link and say permit guests and permit observers. The next thing you want to do is go to the control panel and select customization, and you want to click on guest and observer access and say yes, allow guests and allow observers. And then finally you want to go to control panel packages and utilities, and you want to say publish open resource and say yes, make resource available. And then you go ahead and copy that URL And that is the URL that you send out to your guests or observers. Okay, and that's it. Thank you very much.